Welcome back to a new episode, My Road to the Stage. Today, with some beard, I got some facial hair, because, as it seems, obviously, you all know that, I do not have the authority to decide on my own facial hair. So, here you have me, I'm back with a beard again. Time for some back and biceps. This morning, my weight was 242 pounds, 110 kilograms. So depending on how tall I am, I have some weight to lose before the competition, but that is as it should be. I have a lot of weight to lose, so that's not a problem. But I don't know how much I can weigh, because it is about 1 millimeter, depending on like if I can weigh 224 or 232. So that's kind of a big jump, and I'm just right in between there. So I don't really know how to approach that yet, if I should go for 224 or 232. I will try to get my weight checked, my length checked, my height checked, and take a decision from there. But I started really good. I'm about like 1.5, 2 weeks in my real prep, when I started to push real hard in the training and really dial in my diet. I will be really, I will not have any cheat days. I might have like cheat meal, and that will be like candy on Friday evening, because that is what I do. I love candy on Friday. So I will keep doing that for as long as I can. Other than that, I'm eating my meat, I'm eating my eggs, protein powder, fruits, honey, and corn cakes. That is what I eat. Today, time for some back and biceps. I'm already warmed up, so it's time to go right away. When it is time for your Americans to go over to metrics and ditch this imperial stuff, it's like it's the Americans and like one country more in the world, and it's so confusing for you. You should be much better off by using metrics. So vote for that. Oh! That was a really hard set. Last week I received 34-inch bands from X3, and I have been using them for like deadlifts, rows, bicep curls, squats with belt, single leg squats with belt. I have been using them for a lot of exercise, for a long range of motion, and I think they are great. Much better, muscle activation. So they are a really good addition. Something I can truly recommend. So I'm 6'1", so I'm pretty tall, but still I get a lot of benefits from it. So if you're shorter than me, it's a no-brainer. And even if you are as tall as me and taller, I think shorter bands is a good investment. Your training can really benefit from it.
Yeah, I totally agree. Makes a lot of difference for me in my training too.
So this set was with dark gray 34-inch bands and the Paraforce Generation 1, but I shortened that by going 2 loops around each hook. So it became 34 inches. As you can see, yesterday we started to clean out the garage, and we will build some kind of training area here with bands and maybe some machines, because my wife she wants some machines and some cables. She doesn't feel that she can get as good training as I can with the band, so she wants that. Hopefully we are set before the next YouTube, so it will definitely look better in the garage than it looks now. Time for a new set, and this time I ditched the Paraforce band, so I'm going only with the 34-inch band from the latex. I have really tried for the past 2 weeks to amp up my intensity, develop that feeling. It's time for competition. Those few extra percent, I know they are in there and you can find them, but you need to dig really, really, really deep. And I can definitely feel what I am able to do now compared to 1 week ago and 2 and 3 weeks ago. It's such a big difference, and the difference is in those couple of extra reps. Before that, I had 7-8 weeks where I took it a little bit easier with training. I still went to failure, but my failure then was I just stood up, or I grabbed the bar and I just did it. Focus on contracting my muscles and go to what I believe is perceived failure. Like I can't do anything more now. And then I dropped it. What I'm talking about now when I'm trying to amp up the intensity is something much more deeper. It definitely is like, I know this sounds really corny, but and I've been reading this in like newspaper or magazines around training for the last like 25 years. The set should be so intense, and I think this is from Mike Menzer, that if you put a gun towards your head and say if you can't do one more rep, I will shoot you, something like that. And find that extra strength to do that kind of rep under those kind of circumstances. And that is something totally different. Probably it's nothing you can do for a longer period of time. So I will do this now for like 4, 5, 6 weeks. Then I take like 1 or 2 weeks off. And then I go 6, 7 weeks again in towards the competition. Longer than that, I don't think you either mentally or physically can do something like this. But I also believe that is that kind of mind mentality, that kind of failure you need to achieve to really create those extraordinary results. I will do some chins. This is not something I always do, but I have started now up to my competition. And not for like performance. I don't focus on how many I can do. I focus on just one thing. That is to push my lat out. So when I go down, I just look down and I look here to see if this part is bunching out, if I really can push my shoulder blades out and stretch that area and activate it. When I do that, afterwards I can feel that I can like push my back so it becomes wider when I pose. So that is why also that is like the only reason why I do this. Time for biceps to finish this day. I will do drag curls because I have talked about this before. I have some kind of strange thing going on in my right shoulder, and when I curl out here, I can feel both pain in the front and in the back. I don't know if it's the bicep tendon or the shoulder, but it feels good when I do the drag curl. So I will do drag curl and some kind of one arm curl where I anchor the bands in the door. But we start with drag curl. And I use the 34-inch bands for these two because I can go all the way down and still have tension. So longer range of motion, more activation. I like how it feels. And yeah. Oh! Oh.
Well, the rumor has it that you gained a couple of centimeters on your biceps. Finally!
Yeah, I don't know really what's going on because I have really small arms when it comes to centimeters or inches. But for some reason, and nothing happened with my weight. I didn't change anything in diet or anything. I didn't change my training. It was during the time when I took it a little bit lighter with training, so maybe I was overtraining before, but I added 1 inch, 2.5 centimeters, just in a couple of weeks. And I was almost losing weight during that time. Maybe a kilo or something, 2 pounds. So yeah, I take it. I needed more. I need better arms. I know that my arms are really weak. Weak point of mine. So 1 inch is great. Hopefully we can add 1 more before it's time for competition. And they will still be small. That's the crazy thing. Oh. I don't know what's going on. I always have some kind of pain in my biceps, and that is one of the fears I have with training. And I don't know why, it's only with my biceps, but I have some kind of fear to pull it, and I don't know why I don't have fear when it comes to any other body part. I always go as hard as possible, but when it comes to my biceps, I have some kind of fear, and I don't know why. Maybe also that is why they are so small, because I don't train them hard. I don't know, maybe. But when it comes to, I always have some kind of pain, and that is one of the things I'm not really sure why, but I have a lot of clients, and when people stop using me as a coach, it's usually because they can't do the program 100% because they have some kind of injury in their hip, knees, shoulder, back, you name it. They have some kind of thing that is holding them back in their training. And I always try to tell them that is life. pain is a part of life. Like, I have pain in my body every single day. I have pain in my lower part of my back. I have pains in my hip. I feel something in my shoulders. But you just need to work around those areas. And usually when I'm starting to be a little bit warm, I can push through. So it's not a problem. It's not holding me back in my training at all. But with age, with everything I have been doing my whole life, with all the injuries and shit I've been up to, I will have some kind of pain, some problem, something going on with my body, and so will most people. And just because you can't do something perfect doesn't mean you shouldn't do it at all. If you can't do overhead press because your shoulder hurts, just go all in on your back. Try to create the best back in the world. If your knees are fucked up, try to create the biggest arms, something. You can always do something. You can always strive to be better, and don't stop trying to be better because you can't be perfect, because perfect is some kind of illusion. Perfect is something we never can achieve because we will always have things that will hold us back. Our body, our mind, our life with the job, family, kids, everything, things that are holding us back from being perfect. But if you are waiting for that moment when everything is aligned perfectly in your life, and your body is working perfectly, and your mind are quiet and calm and ready to go to war, and if you are waiting for that moment, you will be waiting until you die, because it will never happen. You will just need to pick it up now and try your best, be the best you can, learn from your mistake, learn from what you are doing wrong, and make it better tomorrow, and better tomorrow, and better tomorrow. And if you injure yourself, train around that injury, make it heal. Focus on meditation so you can create a stronger mind while your body are healing, and then go to war again. Like, don't let things so when you can't be perfect hold you back. Just keep going and train whatever you can.
Well, amen to that.
Amen to that. Kör sista. The first time I did this one was the last session. Before that I did this one, and I know those are not the same because this one is actually better because it stretches the biceps in a really, really good way. But I felt some thing in the front side of my delts, so I moved away from that, tried this one, and I love how it feels. It feels much better. It's not stretching the biceps, but the contraction feels really, really good. So I will continue to do this for a while. That's it for today. Next time, I hope that I will look better and this garage will look better and hopefully you will look better. So support me, buy my book, subscribe, like, comment, and always let me know what I can do in next episode, what you want to see more of, and Have a great week.
Well, hello everybody. If the sound sucks, that's my fault, because I forgot the microphone, or I forgot to charge the microphone. So you can put the blame on me.